welcome to live stream day 7. Today is our final day of our 7-day live stream. We will be talking about why we struggle with discipline. As the topic has said, it is the topic of today, day 7. My name is Christina of Bold Pictures Gardeners. Let me know where you are watching me from. How's the weather that side? Have you subscribed to my channel? Have you subscribed to my channel? If you have subscribed, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support. We are in winter season, and I'm having my cup of Lipia Alba tea. A very useful tea that really helps with colds so that you cannot catch colds and flus. This is the tea. Hi, thank you for joining. Let me know where you are watching me from. My name is Christina of Bold Pictures Gardeners. If it's your first time here, like the live. Let me know where you are watching me from. How's the weather that side? How's the weather? Farm life, rural life, pretty. Yes, we are in winter season, so each and every time there will be drinking our cup of tea, which is Lipia Alba tea, common known as Lipia Jovenica Zumbani. This is the tea that I love the most. Let me know where you are watching me from. How is your day? The time this side is past 5, 23 past 5. Let me know what time is your side. Wow, we call it chai. From which country? I love this tea a lot. And its aroma. It smells nice. Like the life. If it's your first time here, let me know where you are watching me from. You are from India. Yeah, India in the house. Thank you for joining this live. This side is evening, late afternoon, past 5. So today we'll be talking about why we struggle with discipline. Do you know anything about discipline? Have you ever found yourself being disciplined, or anyone around you being disciplined? Let me know. Let's chat, open discussion. This might be helpful to someone. Hi, Puo. Do you hear me? You don't hear me? Or what does poor mean? What does poor mean? So that I understand right. Or how's it? What is poor? Is your network okay that side? Is your network okay? Let me know where you are watching from. Like the live. Like the live. Today we'll be talking about why we struggle with discipline. Why we struggle with discipline. Have you ever been disciplined before? Or have you disciplined anyone or anyone you know? What do you mean poor? Let me know where you are watching from. Let me know where you are watching from. How was your day? So when we talk about discipline, we talk about the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using punishment to correct obedience. We normally hear that we should obey. When we obey, we mean you can obey at home, your parents, you can obey the rules of the country, or obey the rules of any organization, of which can be a church, society, or organizations. So when we talk about obedience, goes hand in hand with discipline. Obedience. What do you mean to obey? Obedience means compliance with order, request, or law, or submission to another authority. Is when you are obeying the police officers who are in duty at that time. When you are obeying your parents at home, you are doing what they have taught you. That is obedience. Let me know where you are watching me from. Let me know where you are watching. What do you know about obedience? Do you hear that side? There are some verses that I'll be covering. That talks about discipline. I'll read from Proverbs 12 verse 1. Proverbs 12 verse 1, it says, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid." They always say knowledge is power. When you listen to other people, ideas, people, when they're correcting you, obvious you'll grab something. Obvious that shows that people love you. You will grab something. So if you avoid people's correction and you don't listen to other people's correction, which means you are stupid. You don't like to learn. And in Proverbs, there's another verse 13, Proverbs 13. Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24, it talks about discipline. It talks about discipline. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We are talking about why we struggle with discipline. Why we struggle with discipline. And Proverbs chapter 13, verse 24 says, whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. When your children have made some mistakes or they're out of line, you have to discipline them and they have to obey the rules. They have to obey the rules. That is what this verse is talking about. Discipline your children so that it shows that you love them. When you discipline your children, it doesn't mean that you hate them. It doesn't mean that you hate them. Why we struggle with discipline? The things that make us to struggle or things that shows that we struggle with discipline. I'll talk about the few ones here. The things that makes you or shows that you are not disciplined is the first one. I'll talk about genetics, your genes, genetics, which means your genes may contribute 60% differences in self-discipline. Your genes. We normally hear people saying that you inherited or you took from your mother's side or you took from your father's side, which means that one way or the other you'll take or you'll learn something good or something good or bad that comes along with your birth, which means it is within the genes. That's why they're saying the genes, the genetics, they contribute to your discipline. The other thing is the environmental factors. Normally in society, we'll talk about how we raise our kids, or normally we say it takes a community to build or raise a child. This is where the struggle of discipline comes from. It can include unstable home life, depending on where you come from. If you come from a family where there is no discipline and there is no a difference between a young child and an old or adult person, this is where this comes from. you have to obey or you have to respect each other. But if you don't respect, this is where this factor comes from. Negligence, neglect. If you neglect the kids, if you neglect your children, thank you for joining this live stream. Thank you for joining. Let me know where, if it's your first time here, let me know where you are watching this live stream. Let me know where you are watching. Today is my seventh day live stream. I'm talking about why we struggle with discipline. Why we struggle with discipline and what is discipline? What is discipline? Is the practice of training people to obey rules or law. And we talked about obedience. What is obedience? If you say you are obedient, what do we mean? It's when you compliance with order, request or law or submission. You submit to the law of the country or your elder people at home, you obey them. This is where obedience comes from. And now I'm talking about the factors that contribute to discipline. Why struggle with discipline? I talked about genetics, the genes. We normally hear people say it comes from the genes, which means your genes contribute 60% difference of self-discipline. And some people, depending from which side did you inherit your genes, it might be from your father's side or your mother's side. So those genes, they might be bad, they might be influence your behavior negatively and positively. That is why we say why we struggle with discipline. You may be born with that thing. You may be born with that thing. Then I talked about environmental factors. Environmental factors. This can include unstable home life, where we come from, the background. Normally, when a child or anyone in the street does not obey other people or respect others, this is where we will search or check the background, check up where this person comes from. How did this person grow? How was the lifestyle before? That's where you know how this person behaves. And I'll be talking about mental conditions. This may be influenced by substance abuse. If you abuse alcohol, drugs, it can lead to negative impact that may lead you to struggle with discipline. It may lead you to struggle with discipline. Then sensory processing issues. If you easily or you were born with certain condition in your body, it might affect your thinking capacity, which may lead to lots of distraction and your behavior towards other people or society. or coping mechanism within other normal people. This can be hinder or make you unstable or differentiate you with other people. And the other thing under mental health condition can be social skills problem. Social skills problem can lead to the struggle of discipline in a way that the kids who are raised raised alone by certain parents. So if these kids, the time when they were growing, they didn't associate with others, this can be the struggle when they grow, because they be lonely. They will not know how to associate with other kids or other people as they grow, which means this can be a problem in their future. This can be a problem in their future, and the society might not accept them in a certain way. The society may not accept them in a certain way. And the other factor might be struggle habits, personal habits. People might uncomfortable things and prefer distractions by watching videos, games, instead too many commitments. If you have lots of commitments, how are you going to manage them? This will lead you to the struggle with discipline. It will lead you to the struggle with discipline. And on this point, I will show you the tips that might help build self-confidence as we go to our end of our discussion. So, how can you build self-discipline? If you have a struggle of self-discipline, how can you build your self-discipline to come out of the comfort zone? First point, you write your goals. You jot down. You have your own diary where you will write your struggles. How will you overcome them? You write your goals, or you store them or keep them and save them in your computers, phones, mails, so that you can retrieve them anytime when you need them. This is how you can build your self-discipline. Hi, thank you for joining. Let me know where you are watching. It's an open discussion, conversation about why we struggle with discipline. If it's your first time here, let me know. If it's your first time, let me know. I was talking about the struggle, why we struggle with discipline. Now I'm covering the tips that might help build the discipline. So the second one, practice prioritizing. Prioritize. If you have 5 ideas, if you have more than one idea, check one by one how important each is. Check one by one and prioritize, and take or choose the best that you think will work for you. That will help you to offload and show you how to practice discipline in your life. Because if you don't prioritize and you are overloaded, oh, Taylor, if you have too many choices, which means all of them, they cannot work for you. So you have to prioritize and break them so that you can go with the best, so that you can change your attitude, your behavior. You can build it slowly by slowly until you become a respectful person. And the other tip to build your discipline is to remove temptations. Remove temptations. Know what you want in life. Know what is best for you. Check what is best and look for people who will build you. Look for your role models so that you can be able to be not tempted. Surround yourself with people who are positive minded, positive thinking, who will enhance your thinking capacity, thinking out of the box. This will be helpful to you. You will not be tempted easily. Or look for organizations, society building organizations such as churches, NGO that teaches about how to build yourself, how to build your discipline. And the other way on how to, that might help you on how to build self-discipline, is know your strengths and weaknesses. If you struggle with certain issues such as environmental factors, genetics, mental health conditions, and personal habits, you can jot down. When I talked about how to build self-discipline, I talked about writing goals. This is where you write your strengths and weaknesses down. Then you check one by one. You check one by one and see your weaknesses and write or research or look for elder people or social workers who can be able to help you with that struggle, with the struggle of discipline, of indiscipline. Then look at your strength. Look at your strength. When you are looking at your strength, you'll not take much time because you know yourself. You know your capabilities. You know which side you are good at. It will be helpful to improve your discipline. Practice daily diligence. Practice daily diligence. Create new habits. How do you build self-discipline? You create new habits and rituals. If you normally, you know that you have to take your exams and you like sleeping a lot, you like sleeping too much, you don't read. Why can't you try to set your alarm? Try to sit down and know that if you can't read, obvious automatically you will fail. You will fail. So you have to prioritize by maybe setting an alarm. So when that alarm rings, you wake up and read. You wake up and read. If you practice that until you finish your examinations, obvious in your heart, you will know that you will pass. You will pass. And that is very helpful. And the other point is about change your perception about willpower. Change how you see things. Try new things. Don't look back and say, they told me that I don't respect people. I'm a bad person. I'm an alcoholic person. I'm a substance abuser. So by yourself, you have to sit down and say, I will change my habits. Sit down, but it won't be easy to change there and there. It won't be easy to change there and there in a day. It will take time. It will take time, but when you start, surely, gradually, you'll get there. You'll get there from one step, second step, third step, fourth step, fifth step. You are done. You are done when you are in that level. When you are in that level, you'll be done. You will be done when you are on that level. And the other point is give yourself a backup plan. Give yourself a backup plan. When you are building your self-discipline, you give yourself a backup plan. Even in this working life, you have to have options. You have to have options. If you have the first priority, and then know that you have to always look for another second or third priorities, so that when you fail with the first one, automatically you won't cry a lot. You won't cry a lot. You'll look for the other second option, second priority, of which you always weigh them and see that you are not down at all. You have something to hold on. You have something to hold on. And you can build also self-discipline by take a step, even when if you don't feel like it, even if you don't feel like it, you have to take, like I was saying, you take a step, one step, then you climb another step, second step, third step, fourth step. It will take you somewhere with discipline. Discipline can take you somewhere. Then what to do if you struggle with discipline? When you lack discipline, what to do? This is where we say you are, when you have assessed yourself, then you see that I don't fit to be called I am a disciplined person, to be among a certain community, a certain society. What to do if you struggle? Forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. You aren't perfect. You aren't perfect. You have to forgive yourself. The other thing, you focus on motivation. Focus on motivation. What motivates you? Look for charisma. Look for personality that may make you to be a disciplined person. Make it easy. Make it easy when you lack self-discipline. Don't be hard to yourself. Don't be hard to yourself. Don't be hard to yourself. Take it easy. Make it easy to yourself and be loosey. Loosen up yourself. Loosen up yourself. You will make it. You will make it. No one is perfect. No one is perfect. Focus on enjoyment. Focus on enjoyment. Look for what you love the most. Look for what you love the most. That will make you to be happy, to be joyful. Look for positive things that might attract you to enjoyment. I hope this lesson, this teaching will help you a lot. This teaching, you have grasped something. You have grasped something. I've talked about why we struggle with discipline, how can we improve our discipline. I believe I've come to the end of this lesson. I have come to this end of this lesson. If you are first time joining this live stream, I'm coming to the end of this live session. I'm coming to the end of this live session. I hope I have delivered an important message on how can we build self-discipline. I hope you will rewatch this live so that you can grab something. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for taking this time with me. Thank you very much for your time and effort to come to this live session, to come to this very important live session. I know you could be doing something better that side, but you find it important to watch this live session. Thank you. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. May God take you to another level. May you prosper. May we change our behaviors. May we be the people that fit in the society, or that society may look up to. May you have a blessed and wonderful day. May you have a blessed, wonderful day. Thank you very much for taking your time. Keep on liking, subscribing to my channel so that we grow together. And be happy and build our community. Thank you very much. I'll be posting a new video on Thursday 6 p.m. I post every day at Thursday 6 p.m. Don't forget, and keep on checking if you have subscribed. Keep on checking, because I keep on losing subscription. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. I can lose about 20 subscribers. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but keep on checking. Make sure that you press the notification bell so that you do not miss any of my videos or future videos that might be helpful to you in one way or the other. One of the videos can change your life. One of the videos that I post, I do raw organic gardening. Raw gardening, we put dirty on hands. We are on hands in the garden doing a lot. We travel, showing you new places when I'm not in the garden to refresh. We do cook. Sometimes I cook if I'm free. I cook what I have in the garden, or if I have a recipe to share with you, I do that because I'm a mother, a wife, a sister. So I normally share and do all these chores around my home. I normally do that. Sometimes your family needs your hands. Sometimes your family needs to eat your food. And you also should be proud of what you put, what you cook for your family, so that they may remember you with what you cook. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. See you on the next live.